Our team coverage continues at 4 all over the state. First responders are getting ready for calls for help. And during a pandemic, as Sharon just mentioned, the response has changed. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Aya Galal is live right now with some of the precautions being taken already. Hi, Aya.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, while coronavirus cases are trending in the right direction here in Connecticut, the pandemic certainly adds a different level of complexity for those responding during the storm. And that's why officials say if you don't have to go out during the storm, it's best to just stay home. Tonight, first responders across the state are preparing for the impact of Tropical Storm Fay.
As far as fire departments, they're prepared for all sorts of emergency. When you have downed lines, potentials for fire and wind and also flooding, they're going to have all their water equipment ready to go.
This afternoon, the governor's office spoke with the Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection about the tropical storm's potential. And while the state has experience with all sorts of severe weather, the coronavirus crisis does complicate things.
The fact that we're coming off of COVID, all the pieces are in place for emergency management. It's good practice to switch over to the storms, but the state is thoroughly prepared for any sort of incident.
Meanwhile, AAA is also gearing up for an increase in calls for help from drivers.
We certainly hope those calls don't involve extricating people from, let's say, flooded intersections that they tried to drive through, or people who have just had their cars die.
Visibility will likely be limited, and there are a lot of risks that come with that. And this time of year with the heat, AAA typically sees a lot of dead batteries. But because of the pandemic, drivers cannot get into tow vehicles with AAA drivers.
When something like this is coming up, you have fair warning, and you just want to do everything you can to increase the chances that you and passengers will be as safe as possible.
And some advice: if you do have to head out on the roads, you're going to want to make sure you have a full tank of gas and that your wiper blades are in good condition. You'll also want to make sure you have personal protective equipment in your car and also at your house. Live at the digital desk, Aya Galal, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.